Hello everyone, hope everyone's doing well. In the UK today it's so cold. We're in January at the moment and it's really cold, so I hope everyone's wrapping up. I hope everyone's keeping well and warm. I just wanted to jump on today and do a quick video regarding my top tips for being a successful entrepreneur, business owner / carpenter. I started my business actually in 2011. We're in 26 now, so it's about 15 years ago. And to be honest, it's gone so quickly. At the time, I was working for a joinery company, and I basically got made redundant. So I decided I wanted to set up my own business. And I must say, when I first started out, I was really not very confident at all. I actually suffer with ADHD and autism. So I, at the time, found it very difficult to, make conversation, talk to customers, even pick up the phone. So this has been a massive, bonus for me running my own business. I was sort of forced to, pick up the phone and speak to customers. So it was really useful for me. And it is difficult running your own business. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be very honest in all my videos and transparent that, there are highs and lows. But I must say, over the last 15 years, I've really have enjoyed running my own business, having staff, scaling the business up, and working with really lovely customers and worked on some really prestigious jobs. So first one to start off with, being an entrepreneur, whether you're a carpenter, entrepreneur, business owner, it's all the same sort of principle, is you really need to be organized. When you're dealing with customers, ordering materials, scheduling your staff, looking at all your financials, your receipts, you do really need to be organized. That is a massive one. You've got all your finances to have in order as well, your end of year accounts that need to be in order and handed over to the accountant. So that is a really big one for me. I must say as well, which I've kind of forgot to mention, is that since I've started my business in 2011, we're now in 2026, things have changed a lot in terms of we've had to pivot the business a lot. We've had to change a lot of things in the business. Also, having staff in the UK now is really quite expensive. And all of the materials since 2019 have really gone up in price. So we've got to be really careful as well when we're pricing jobs that, we're allowing for all the materials and trying to, work out exactly precisely how long the job's going to take, and making sure we're charging enough with labour costs as well. So number 2 is, for me on the list, is automation is key. As just mentioned, since 2020, staff costs, have got really expensive, in the UK anyway. And I think automation is really key. So, we'll use a lot of software in our business so that we don't have to have office staff. It's also more reliable as well than sometimes having staff, because sometimes, staff can't help it, they get ill. The software generally just continues and it's very reliable. And also it's a lot cheaper. Some of these subscriptions are far cheaper than employing staff. So that's a big one as well. Also, you've got things like CNC machinery that, one of these CNC machines might replace 2 or 3 joiners in the workshop. And it, if you wanted to, the CNC machine could work 24/7. And it never is late for work. Sometimes they break, but generally they're very reliable. And the stuff you can do on these CNC machines is incredible. It's really amazing, the stuff you can do on there. So that is a big one for me. It's a bit of a learning curve. I mean, we use CNC machinery and automated machinery. So that has been a massive bonus for us. And also, the CNC machine can create furniture that is not actually possible to do by hand. So it is really impressive. The other thing to mention is as well, we use a lot of software like accountancy software like Xero, which is really good for keeping on top of your numbers, your finances. And also it's really good now because you can basically upload all your receipts to Xero as well, so it's in the cloud. And it's really important to keep on top of your numbers and stuff and your quotes that you've previously priced. So we use another type of field software where we can basically schedule our jobs on there. It sends out notifications to the staff. It sends out notifications to the customer. Even when we're on our way to the customer, they'll get a text notification to let them know that we're actually on our way to them. You can even add a tracker on the van which synchronizes with it, so that basically they can see exactly where the van is and where, when they're basically the trade's going to be at their property. So there are loads of softwares out there, and the one we use, I found, is the best on the market. It is really sophisticated. It is quite a steep learning curve, but it's really worth it. I'm very good with IT and tech. I'm a bit of a geek when it comes to it. So I'm always looking for the next type of software that I can get my hands on. But if you're not too good with the software and setting up of it, then you can get the company to set it up for you. It's not that cheap, but they can do that for you, and they can give you training on it as well. I mean, once you've got your head around it, it is pretty simple to use. But there's so many notifications and triggers that you can implement on this software. It's really incredible. Also, we do all our quoting through it as well. And basically, we've set up pre-builds. So what this means is we've set up our... So we do a lot of bespoke wardrobes and furniture. So we've basically set up quotes on there, pre-done, ready to go to the customer, with maybe like a shaker door, one with a flush door, one that's 3 meters, one that's 1 meter. And we basically just punch a code into the software and it will have everything already done. It will have all the description, it will have the pricing, it will have the VAT, it will have photos on there of what the wardrobe is going to look like. A lot of our work now, our quoting is done on Zoom anyway. We do it virtually. So essentially, the customer books a Zoom call, and then that is also all scheduled in as well. So they schedule that in themselves for a time and a date that suits them. And then they get like an automated email. And in that email, they have the links as well for the meeting. So that is really good. And basically what I was going to say is that as soon as we've had this Zoom call, I basically send over the quote within an hour, and then they get the quote and they think it's great because, they could have called someone up to come and look at the job. They probably don't even turn up, or they might be late, or they have to cancel or rearrange. And they might have to wait 2 or 3 weeks for this carpenter to maybe come out to just look at the job. And then it might be another 2 weeks till they get the quote. Sometimes they might not receive the quote. So this has been a massive bonus for us, having Zoom as well. We've saved so much time in travel, cost, carbon footprint as well. So it has been really good. So we've covered automation. Communication is so important in a business. You need to make sure that you're prompt with your quote, speaking to your customers, getting back to emails quickly. Sometimes we're busy at work, we miss a customer's call, we ring them back literally straight away, because if you don't ring them back till the end of the day, they might have basically engaged with another carpenter, and then you might have lost the job there to your competitor. Also, with communication, just get back to the customer as soon as you can. Very important. And then the other one, I think this is number 4, is you need to differentiate yourself from your competitors. So basically you need to be different. Otherwise, you're the same as the guy down the road. And this is great because, if you are offering a premium service, differentiating, offering a different level of service, something different, you are generally able to charge more money for your service, because you're offering far superior service. I mean, for us, with all that we offer, our automation, efficiency of service, customer service, we also give a 12-year warranty as well. So if anything happens in the first 12 years, we will literally go back and sort it out straight away. So that's peace of mind. And we've got loads of good Google reviews and stuff, loads of reviews. Like I say, we've been around 15 years, so we do have a very good reputation. This obviously takes time and money and patience as well. So that's important as well. And the customer, they need to believe in you, that if there's a problem with something, that you're going to go back and rectify it. So that is really important to build that trust with the customer. Number 5, number 5 is check your numbers. Really, really important in my opinion. As I say, I've been in business a long time. I also have multiple businesses as well. I don't just run a carpentry business. I'm in the property world as well, and a few other businesses. So I do have a lot of experience in business and stuff like that. And it's really important to check your numbers. And it's much easier now than it used to be with software like Sage, Xero, QuickBooks. There's a few different types of software you can use. And literally, as soon as you log in, you can see, all your numbers. You can see your profit and loss. You can see if you're losing money. You can see your profit margins. So it is really good to have that software. And, for us, we're continuously checking our numbers literally every day. It probably takes 5 minutes. We can check everything over. We can see how healthy, the bank account is from Xero. There's loads of stuff we can do on there. I'm going to do a video on probably just Xero and my software eventually. But yeah, there's so much information on there, and it's so useful. So that is a really important one as well. And also the other thing is with Xero and these accountancy softwares is it is important though that you keep it all reconciled, keep all the transactions in line, and sort of keeping everything allocated. Because what happens is if you don't reconcile all of your transactions, it's not actually giving you a true reflection of your profit and loss and all your sort of finances. So it's really important that you keep all that up to date, so you've got a true picture of your finances. And number 6, I think this is exercise. Running a business is, it can be really stressful and tiring as well. For me, I'm up at 3:30 in the morning. I start my day at 3:30 in the morning. I know I'm a bit mad, but it kind of works for me. I've always been an early riser, and I basically, I'm up at 3:30 in the morning, and I have a routine, things I get through. And basically, before I go to work and start my day on the job at 8 or 9 in the morning, I've literally done almost a day's work while everyone else is sleeping. So it has been really beneficial for me, getting up that time in the morning, doing my exercise, doing my routine, cardio and stuff like that. Really good for stress. And I also do a lot of meditation as well, and yoga. I know some of you think that's probably a bit weird, but it really works for me. And being a carpenter is quite tough on your body as well. You're outside in all conditions, in the cold, in the hot weather, and it just keeps your muscles in condition. And it's been a massive game changer for me. So there you are. There's 6 sort of top tips for being a successful entrepreneur or business person or carpenter, and they sort of all related. I hope that helps, and catch you soon.